Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So like you all know that previously we have started a new tutorial series of C++ in which we have covered up really different things, and I hope you are enjoying that all videos which we have covered up in that series. Previously on we were just working on boolean and we have learned about that what are boolean values, how to declare a boolean expression. Then in previous video I've also told you that what are boolean examples. Now in this video we'll be starting a new series of if-else statement. Means in this video I'll be telling you that what is if-else statement in C++ and how you can use if-else statement, what are the elements you have to use when you're starting with if-else statements in C++. So I hope you'll be enjoying this video from its start. So if you enjoy this video, if you understand this amazing tutorial of if-else statements, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. And also share this video as well so more people can learn that how we can start with these amazing series in C++. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today in this video we'll be learning that what are if-else statements in C++ and how you can use if-else statements here. So if we talk about if-else statements, so with if-else statement we get some other things as well which is called C++ conditions and if statements. If you talk about these things here, so you already know that C++ supports the usual logical conditions from mathematics: less than A, which is A less than B. Then if we talk about less than or equal to B, so you are getting A less than equal to B, which is the operators here, and these are called comparison operators. And if you talk about greater than, so it is A greater than B. So these are the things which you have to use, and these are some conditions which you have to use when you're starting with if-else statement. You can use these conditions to perform different actions for different decision. You can use these all different conditions here to perform different actions and different decisions. C++ is also following conditional statements, that if you want to use some conditional statements using these all if-else statements, so you can use that as well. Like first example, if we see, or first conditional statement if we see, so it says that use if to specify a block of code to be executed if a specified condition is true. Means it is saying is that if, like, use if value if you want to specify a block of code that should be executed, so the specified condition you will be getting will be true. Use else to specify a block of code to be executed if the same condition is false. Use else if to specify a new condition to test if the first condition is false. Use switch to specify many alternative blocks of code to be executed. The if statement, if you talk about if statement, so use the if statement to specify a block of C++ code. Means if you want to use if statement, so you have to specify a block of C++ code which should be executed if a condition is true. Means if we talk about this condition, so if this condition is true, so the block of code will be executed. Then you can also see here the example that 20, then we have written greater than 18. So in count we have printed 20 is greater than 18, and obviously you will be getting this output. Means you will be getting the output as 1 printed because true equal to 1, and this is true value, so that's why you will be getting the output as 1. But if you write 18 is greater than 20, so you will be getting the output as 0 because 18 is not greater than 20, 18 is smaller than 20, and that's the thing. You can also use some test variables here which are x and y, or you can give any other name to your variables as well. These are some example variables which we are using, but same as you will be getting the same output here as well. Like if x is greater than y, so obviously you will be getting the value as 1, means true, because true equal to 1, and this is true. In x we have written the value 20, and in y we have written the value 18, so means that x is greater than y, so you will be getting the value as 1. But if we write here as 17, means in x if I remove this 20 and if I write the value as 17, and then here if I write the value as 18 in y variable, so you will be getting the output as 0 because false equal to 0, and then it will be false because in x we have changed the value to 17, and then x is not greater than y is greater than x, so that's why you will be getting the other output which will be as 0 because false equal to 0, and that's the thing. If I copy this thing here simply, so for copying I'll be just pressing Ctrl C here, and I'll be moving on to my VS Code. Sorry, I'll be just moving on to my Replit here, and after moving here I'll be just changing name here, and I'll be writing if-else statements in C++, the name of my REPL, and I'll be pressing enter so that I can change the title of my REPL here, and you can just see my REPL is just working. I'll be removing all the things from this REPL, and I'll be generating some other things here. So I'll be removing this and I'll be writing include IOStream like this. After writing this, I'll be creating using namespace std here. Then I will be writing init main and then make bracket like this, move down under this bracket, and I'll be pasting all these things. After pasting, you can just see we are getting 20 greater than 18, means we are writing 20 as integer, then we are writing this greater than, and after that we are writing another value which is 18, and in curly bracket obviously we are writing count 20 is greater than 18. Now the output, if I run this, so you can just see the output which we are getting is now it is saying old enough to vote. So what I'm going to do is I'll be saving this first, I'll be running it again. Alright, so if I run it, we have to move into main file here, save it, reloads the file. After reloading means if you're getting only the same output which you were getting in the previous like in the previous REPL, so you have to reload your REPL again and then you have to run it again. If you have saved the file, so you don't have to write the codes again because already your file will be saved, and then simply you have to run the file so that you can get the output here. I'll be moving on to home, then again I'll be moving on to my REPL. After moving on to the REPL, you have to wait a while till your REPL is working, because I think the REPL is taking too much time, but it will take too much time if your internet is not working too much good because of that. So in example, if we see like what are the things which we have written in example, means what is the explanation of example I've written here. In the example above, we use two variables, like first variable name is x and the second variable name is y, to test whether x is greater than y using the greater than operator, as x is 20 and y is 18, and we know that 20 is greater than 18, we print to the screen that x is greater than y. So it is saying us that as we are using two variables in the example, which is saying x, the first variable, and the second variable, which is y. So to test whether x is greater than y, we will be using the greater than operator there. And as we know that x is 20 and y is 18. So we know that 20 is greater than 18, which is a simple thing. Like if you want to just check that what is greater, like 20 is obviously greater than 18, so you will be getting that you have printing in the screen which is says x is greater than y. So x is obviously greater than y because in x we are writing the value as 20 and in y we are writing the value as 18. So x is greater than y, you will be getting the output as 1 because it is true. So true equal to 1, so that's the thing, you will be getting the output printed as 1. What I'm going to do is I'll be just removing all these things here, and you can directly create another file as well if you want to, but if you don't want to, so you can delete all the other files and you can work with the same REPL here. So what I'm going to do is I'll be just moving here and then I'll be logging out with the same account, or you can use the same account here. So I'll be just moving on to my VS Code. Then I'll be generating a new file here and I'll be giving the file name as index.cpp, means index.c++, which is the file name here when you have to save the file as C++ format, so you have to write .cpp in the end, and I'll be saving the file here on desktop like this. After saving the file, I'll be first of all writing here include IOStream like this, and then you have to write using namespace std, and then here I will be moving down and write here init main, make this bracket here, parenthesis you can just say, then you can paste all the things, save this file here, and after saving this file you will be getting the output printed here. So what I'm going to do is I'll be just simply moving down here like this, and now if I write these values, so I will be also getting an answer of these values, but before that I'll be returning another value as 0. So if we are printing this thing, so you will be getting the output as 1 because true equal to 1, and that's the thing that you will be getting 1. We are not getting the output because right now we have not installed this G++, which is the extension of C++. You have to install that so you can get the output. You can just see right now we are using these things, and that's the thing that why we are getting the output as 1. If you're not using these values correctly, like if you're using 19 and 18 here, so you will be getting the same output, but if you're using 17 and 18 here, so you will be getting a different output. You will be getting 0 because right now you're using the x as a small and y is capital, or you can say y is greater. You can also use these all values here, which are the conditions to perform some different actions and different decisions. So these are the conditions which we will be using in all this if else statements, and if you want to work with another if statements with other conditions, so you can do that as well, which are here. Like if you want to use some other conditional statements with if else, so you can use that as well. These are some conditional statements here which we will be working in the next videos, I'll be telling you in detail that how you can use these conditional statements and why we use these conditional statements here. So I hope you understand that in this video how we have covered up the things using if-else statement, and when you're using if-else statement, so what are the things you need to use and how we use, what are the elements you have to use in it. I hope you understand all that things. So if you understand this video and if you enjoy this amazing tutorial video of if-else statement, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing a notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. Remember to share my videos as well so more people can learn and they can understand how we can just create or cover up these things using C++. So I'll be meeting you next project or in next tutorial video from a start. So for today, good, bye.